Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I'm the homeschooling mom to 3 kiddos. I've got all my kiddos with me, and we're gonna go into the thrift store. We're hoping to grab sibling Christmas gifts. So at the time of recording, it is October, but I wanted to just go ahead and see if we can start looking now at the very least and see what we can find. My kids are anxious to get down, so let's get down and get in here. Okay, we are back. We usually go to two savers because there's two that are not too far away from each other when we go, but this time around we only made it to one, and that's fine because we spent I think just under $100, but it's okay because I feel like we did okay. It's thrown all over the floor here, so let me show you what I can. Pajama pants. These were $3, and every year my kids need new warm pajamas because every year they get a little bigger, right? So pajama pants for my boys. These are upside down. These were also $3. The color for today was blue, so those were not on sale. My son has wanted a faux leather jacket for quite some time, or even a real leather jacket, and we weren't able to find one reasonably priced for him, but we found this one for $9.50. So we went ahead and grabbed that for him. This was marked $9.99, but it was blue, so it's just a regular little, Wonder if that will be easier to show you, but it's just a hoodie that I'm showing you crooked. So just a sweatshirt, but workout wear. So that, more warm type clothing, $4.99. These are for my daughter. They're fun little like tie-dye stuff. This was half off, so that's awesome. I gotta wash all this, but I thought I'd show you first before we threw it in the wash. More warm pajamas. These were $4. Here's the hood, and then it's got like this little super warm onesie pajamas for my girl. And then she found a cute little denim jacket as well, and so we grabbed that too. The denim jacket was $6.50. Let me see, more clothes? Yes. Here's one more thing, just a fun, another different tie-dye type sweatshirt. This was marked $5.99, but it was blue, so it turned out to be like $3. Otherwise, I don't know that I would, yeah. Anyway, so I don't know if I would pay that, but I probably would, because $6 still isn't that expensive for a sweater or sweatshirt. Just a random binder, $1.99. I needed another binder for something. And then these are little kid binoculars. We at one point had a pair for each one of my children. I think we even had extras, but we left them when we moved out of state. It was one of the things that didn't make the cut because I had purchased them from the thrift store. I would see them every time we went. And then of course, as soon as I was like, since we see them all the time, we'll just get some when we get out there for them for nature walks, things like that. We in California, we would use it when we would go on hikes, and then we would use it also when we went to the safari park or the zoo. And then of course, when we got out here, they were nowhere to be found again. We couldn't find any at the thrift stores, but we finally found a pair, and these were $2.50, so we scooped those up. Now I did go with the intention of this being a sort of sibling pick gifts out for each other. Oh, one more sweatshirt. Just a fun little sweatshirt. This is really warm. It's got really fuzzy stuff inside. This was $6 and it was half off as well. I think that's all the clothes. Yeah. So let me finish what's not gift stuff and then move on. This bag was $3. It's just random little sports balls in here. But it was blue, so it was half off. So I went ahead and grabbed it because right now the house that we're in has a pretty great backyard for playing catch. And there was a softball and a baseball and a tennis ball in here. And so I went ahead and got it because I thought that this would be great for the kids to have different options catching different size balls. My son also needed a binder for his Pokemon cards, so we picked up another big one there for him. And then, oh, I guess he picked up two. He picked up two binders. And then, what is not presents? Games. They had some really cool old games there, so I got this one, Popeye game. I used to really love Popeye when I was younger. I think I even had at one point some shoes that were Popeye shoes, and so I just thought it was adorable, and we had to add it to our collection. So this one was $3.50, and then I went ahead and grabbed the Flintstones game too because they just look fun, and so this one was $4.50. A little bit more, but like I said, I never see games like that. It's a pretty old game, you can tell from the packaging and stuff, and I just thought this would be fun. If my kids don't like it, maybe we'll give it a hand at seeing if we could sell it or something like that. But I think my kids may want to play it first, so we'll try playing it and see if they have any interest in it. There was one game that was a gift for my oldest, from my daughter. He has been wanting one of these, so we grabbed this one for him. It was $3.50, and we do our best when we go to check to make sure as many pieces as possible are in there. I have not checked for the Flintstones and the Popeye game, actually. I didn't. I just put them in the cart with the intention of walking around with it and seeing if I wanted them, and then we just kept going through. It was busier than usual because one, we went a little bit later, and today is like a fall break for the kids in our area, and so more people are out and about, and I just didn't put all that in my head. So by the time we got to the checkout, I was like, just grab it. So here's the board. Uh-oh, it may be missing pieces. It looks like it is. Oh darn. There's a scoreboard. Oh, wow. Hope you can see. There's the cards. Woo! So there is some cards, and then there is 1, 2, 3, 4 of these sticks. They actually just look like plastic toothpicks, but I think that's the part that you use to keep score on here. And the instructions are there as well. So yeah, it should have 4 scoring picks, which it did. 50 cards. I don't know if all 50 are there. I didn't count, but that's all there too. So we'll see. That'll be fun to try to play with them. And then if you want to see the Popeye game, I'll go through that really quick because I went through this one. Let's pop that open. One. How cute is this? Oh my gosh. And then there are some cards here. I'm gonna have to go through and see if this is everything we need. The little players, dice, equipment, game board, 2 plastic stands with the movers, 24 heart winks. So I'm assuming these little things, they have numbers on the back. I don't know if there's 24, but there's a couple in here. 28 cards. Woo! 28 cards and 3 dice. And there is 3 dice in here. So yeah, and then the instructions for this are just printed. I don't want all this stuff to fall out, but the instructions are just printed on here. So that looks like most of the pieces are there. We'll have to count it all out, like I said. Typically, that's what we'll do when we're in the stores. We'll take a look, open the box really quick, and then count to see if the majority of the game is there. And if it is, we go ahead and take it. So, okay, now to the gift parts. My oldest found this little club thing for my youngest, who is a big fan of this guy, and he was actually playing with it in the store, so we went ahead and grabbed it. This was $4.99. And then a lot of books. The kids always seem to find books for one another while we're there, which is great. And so my oldest collects this series, and so this is one that he did not have, and one of the kiddos bought this one for him, $1.79, but it was marked down. This one is for my oldest as well, but he found it for himself, so I told him go ahead and get it. It was $1.29. He really likes sharks, and this one comes with the CD that was supposed to be in there, clip art CD. So that's his. And then these 2 are also for him, but these were a gift for my daughter. So this is another series that he collects, and so these are 2 out of the series. There's a couple more. This one is for my daughter from, I think, her oldest brother. $1.79 for this one. This one was just to have in the house. My kids like to draw, and so I try to pick up like how to draw books when we can find them for pretty inexpensive. $1.29 for this one. And then the books at Savers are always buy 4, get 1 free, and so I try to buy in that amount. My youngest son, this wasn't a gift. He just saw it. He says he doesn't have this one. I thought we did, but for $1.29, I told him go ahead and grab it. The original price is still on here, $15, but the big color book. So this is the big green book. We've got like a big orange book, a big whatever. I think blue, red. So there are a couple different Dr. Seuss stories in each one, and so he's got himself a little collection going there too. This one also not a gift, just one for the house. The Magic School Bus. I like to collect these when we can find them. This was Inside the Human Body. We do have the Magic School Bus DVD set, and I just like that my littles can still watch it, still glean from it, still learn, and so then I like to have the books available for them as well. And then lastly, my daughter really enjoys looking through these, and so we found one that was fairly recent. So we scooped this one up for her. This one was $3.99. There were a lot. It felt like there were so many good books because I was like, I'm not going to buy stuff for myself this time around. But there was a set that I saw and I thought, you know, I don't know that I'm going to find this. And I put it in the cart with, again, the intention of looking it up and seeing how much it was to buy it used. And then when we just got to check out, our cart was like stacked because we were trying to hide stuff from the other kids. When we go, in case you're wondering, I think I said this in the last year's video too, when we go to the thrift store, we take our own reusable bags, and then I just instruct the kids that when they are buying something for their sibling, let me know quietly, and we'll put it in their bag, so they each have a reusable bag in the cart, and then I just kind of fold it over and not look at it, and then we just shop, and then when we go, everybody kind of has to turn their back and then we check out. And that's just how we have to do it, because I'm usually the one that's taking them, and to take them each one at a time would be really hard to find the time to do that. It is doable, but this is just how it works. We've done it. We did last year and then this year, and so far it's been okay. I imagine as they get older, it hopefully will get easier. But anyways, Mom bought herself something. I ended up buying, that's why the cart looked a hot mess, because I had the bags, and then I was like, when we were getting clothes, I was throwing the clothes on top, so that was hidden too. And this was buried at the bottom because I threw it in the cart when we first got there, and I went to check out, and I was like, oh, well, I guess we're getting it. So this is Francine Rivers. This is her Mark of the Lion, but the gift collection. It was $10, which it isn't. Maybe to some it's not a lot, maybe to some it is a lot. And so for me, it was right in there where I was like, oh, I don't know if I would do the $10, and I meant to look it up, but I didn't. So I got the set, and they're all three are in here. So book one, A Voice in the Wind. And they feel like, I mean, they're not written in, they're not even highlighted or annotated. Oh, how pretty. And then book two is An Echo in the Darkness. This one does have like a slight warp right in the pages here, but I mean, nothing, that's like the only thing. And then lastly, As Sure as the Dawn. This one doesn't. Their pages are fine. So the only one is that second book has kind of, and my first book on the bottom here, it looks like there's like a little smudge, like, but honestly, it's fine. I'm sure you can hear my kiddos there. I have instructed them to stay out of this room so I can do the haul and nobody can see what everybody else got them. My older son did pick out a couple more things, but he took that bag up to the room. So I know he did pick up something for me that I'm not allowed to see. And then how that worked at checkout, if you're curious, is that I just told him, okay, you ready? And I turned my back and he checked it out, and that's how you paid for it. So so that is it. Thanks for coming alongside us on our trip. I think that we will sit down, we'll definitely have to sit down and write out a list of who got what, and see. One year I also had them make a gift for each other. So I don't know if we're gonna do that. We're not nearly as organized as, you know, you always go into the season thinking, this is the season I'm going to be organized, and yeah, I didn't. I went ahead and just took them while we still have some pretty decent weather. Before we had like this nice warm, you don't care. Anyways, we had some nice weather, and I wanted to go before it got all snowy and sleety on the roads. So thanks so much for hanging out with me and going alongside as we took this trip. And as always, if you don't know, or you just need to be reminded, me be the one to tell you you are deeply and truly loved and so appreciated. I really appreciate you taking your time out and spending it with me. Thanks for watching.